This week on The Rock, we take a look at the importance of a cell phone policy. We follow Ms. Huggins around the school and the adventures she goes on throughout the day, and go on an adventure of our own, going to Deception Pass cruises. All this and more on The Rock.
13 strong, we are The Rock. We'll make the show until we drop. We'll bring you news and we won't tell lies. Please watch The Rock or we will cry. It's made for students just like you. You're gonna wanna see what we do this week on The Rock. 3, 2, 1, we're live.
Welcome back to The Rock AHS. I'm Noah.
And I'm Juniper. We have an interesting lineup for you guys today.
To kick us off, Carter and Quinn dove into the importance of the school's cell phone policy. Let's take a look.
The cell phone policy at Anacortes High School is that cell phones and other electronic devices should only be used with teacher permission for instructional purposes during class time. Cell phones shouldn't be used to play video games or things like that during class. Educational environment without the policy, I think, would actually be worse. I wonder about if we implemented the policy more, if education would actually improve. So I think it's good that we have the policy, but I wonder if it's being implemented enough across the board. I think that cell phones have a detrimental effect on not only student learning, as research shows, but also just student interactions and sense of belonging between students. I think administrators and as a school, teachers, all of us need to do a better job of teaching expectations for cell phones, being consistent, and then also talking with students about why we have the policy, right? So it isn't to punish students or anything like that. Really what it is we want all students to be here, and when they're here, they're fully engaged. They have lots of time at lunch, they have time after school, but when they're here in class, we want students talking with each other, connecting with each other face to face, and learning, right? And I think that a lot of times when we have students that are looking at their teacher and then they get a notification and they're like, do, 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 and then they look back at the teacher, it takes a while to get fully engaged back into the discussion. I also worry about the harmful effects when, I'm walking around halls or even in classes and kids are like this. If they're like this, they're not talking with the kids that are in their class, right? And we want students to be engaging with each other, learning together, and I think that's what's so important about school, is that we're in this together.
Now you know more about the cell phone policy. Don't let Ms. Huggins catch you in the halls.
Ms. Huggins does a lot more for our school than what we see, though. In this segment, we learn a bit more about what she does in a typical school day.
Produced by Noah and I.
So my job is I'm the assistant principal at Anacortes High School, as well as the principal of Cap Stanley High School. People ask me what my job is and I say assistant principal. A lot of people think that is my main job is just discipline and yelling at kids, which I kind of joke about. But I really see my job to be a teacher at a different level. I like to help students understand that if they've done a behavior, that's okay, right? But we still need to learn and have consequences for that behavior. And it's really about thinking about what would we do in the future and how would we change this behavior, as well as knowing that when you do something in the world, there is going to be a consequence for it, and so trying to help students learn that so that they can make different choices in the future is a big part of my job. Go back. Are you on a walk? Yes. That's what you should be doing. Good job, Nathan. At Cap Stanley, a big part of my role, because a lot of our job, because it's a smaller school, is really focusing on credits, working with the teachers, the counselors, to make sure that all of our students have the right classes and that they're working through what they need to. Oftentimes that means partnering with families, connecting if there's an issue, like if a student's not attending, making sure that the student gets to school. If there's an issue with something that's going on with one of their classes or enrollment at NCTA or something like that, I really work with the families and the other schools to help make sure the students get to school and that they're making progress towards the goals of graduation. Children, why are there so many of you out of class? Go back to class. Part of the reason I love living in Anacortes is I'm a really active person, so I love to go rock climbing at Mount Erie. I love to go running in the trails. I love to spend time with my friends and family, and mostly it's really active. I play pickleball all the time with friends and family, and I don't know, I just love to connect while also I love alone time. It's your neighbor.
Yes.
It's who you do.
Yes.
Not me. I love my job here, and I love my job here because I love working with the students, and I just feel really grateful that I've been able to see so many of our students from middle school to here, and that I just feel like I really know a lot of our kids really well, and that's why I love it. If we didn't have the relationships of our kids and the teachers that work here, this job wouldn't be very fun, but because I love our kids, it makes the job really fun. I'm Molly Huggins, don't you ever forget it, yes. All these, back to class. You got your computer, your calculator, back to class. So all these students be talking.
I never knew how much Miss Huggins helps out around the school and all the little adventures she goes on.
If you want an adventure, try out Deception Pass Tours.
Morgan Dickinson takes us with her on a trip.
On the south side of Anacortes, there's a little shop called Deception Pass Tours. Given the colorful and homey first impressions, I was expecting this tour to be Instead, it was a lot more.
So this one that we just went on, that's our 1 hour tour of wildlife, scenic beauty of the area, a little history, and then we also do whale watching tours, which are a little longer, up to about 3 hours, sometimes longer. A couple years ago we started doing a Smith Minor Island tour, the aquatic preserve out there, so that's about an hour and a half. My wife and I started this back in 2006, and it's been a fun 18 years.
It can be a little tricky to find at first, but if you go all the way down Cornet Bay Road, past the marina, there's a singular dock by the boat launch.
Explore a little more. Want to take the boat out, 33 of your family or friends can come and join you.
Wow, that looks like a blast.
It sure does. Make sure to go out and support our local businesses.
So true. And now our show is coming to an end.
If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to email us at therock@asd103.org.
With that, I'm Noah.
And I'm Juniper.
And from our rock to yours, have a great day, AHS.